Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us. We are about ready to go live. Give us a couple of minutes. We had the scoreboard going. Minute 40 on the clock. We will be back in a few minutes. All right, is that a little better? I hope now you guys can hear me a little bit better. Hopefully I sound a little louder. We're trying to make things go. We really appreciate everybody tuning in. We've had a few buddies up here, been helping us with everything. Really appreciate having them. Without our helpers, we'd be a little lost. Did. Wasn't trying to. I was trying to put your face on it, but the camera didn't work. Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate having you all in here as we get set for the Junior B game between the Onondaga Redhawks and the Six Nation Fire. Trying to get the audio going. I think I brought a microphone down to those guys. I'm hoping that they're going to be able to do a little, some interviews in between, essentially, is what we're kind of hoping for. All right, and we get set to go. The officials on the evening will be John Sibick and Clint Doolittle. Huge shout out to the officials. One of them's down there fixing the net right now, and then we will be all set to go. Super excited. I've gotten to catch a couple of junior games this year. We're starting to get a little more into doing them. We actually had we're working with Tuscarora Tomahawks. The junior team, Randy, has made sure that we will be at every game, and we really appreciate having them. But thankfully, on the way home, we were able to stop and get this in, and we always love being in Onondaga. This place is absolutely amazing. And anytime we get a chance to come to the Shaw, they have just been so wonderful to us. They built us a beautiful platform. Before every game, we get photocopies of the score sheet. Huge shout out to Shirley. The custodial staff here always does an excellent job. Everything is nice and clean. I couldn't believe this building was 20 years old. When they first told me, I was like, no way, you got to be kidding me. But sure enough, when you look it up, it is. And when you see the legends that have played here and through the years, it's no wonder with the facilities they've got. And Onondaga wins the opening draw, gets possession, but not for long. It's turned over to Six Nations. And the Six Nations Fire will start on offense. Works it down low. He's got his eyes up, looking for a man cutting through the middle. Decides to throw it up top. Offense is circling around. Anadaga doing a good job, putting a lot of pressure on, which is good until you get beat. And Anadaga picks up the loose ball, and we're going the other direction. And there's Nelson Jones with it. See guys playing with the traditional wooden stick. That's one of my favorite parts about when you come out here. It's still included. Not only is it still included and allowed, but you see a lot of guys that'll play with it. Love when you get to watch the transition guys come up and get a goal with it. Bill Hardy had the ball, threw it over. We're on the far side. Coming in, stepping in, rips one. And that is Jonathan Pierce. So I was right. I did remember him correctly from last year. I'm glad I didn't completely misname him. So John Pierce gets us started on offense and a save by the Six Nations goalie. And here we go. There is no over and back in this league unless you are a man down. Also 3 periods instead of 4 quarters if we have anybody joining us that maybe hasn't watched a lot of Can-Am games. They follow those rules. Nice pass. Oh, and a beautiful save by the keeper. And Six Nations going to work with it down low. Shot, a nice save on Onondaga, and we're going to start the transition game here. Pierce with it up top. Off to the side, steps in, hands-free rips, misses high, not able to corral the ball. Another thing you'll notice is there is no over and back in this league. So the issue here for Onondaga is going to be the shot clock. So you see the goalie gets it, just tries to throw it down 200 feet and get it on their way. So the Six Nations Fire are going to start on offense. Throw it to the far side. Gets a seal from his man. Looking for the offense that was cutting through the middle of the net. Double guys spinning. The offense never stops. And a huge play on Onondaga. That's Wilkinson on the D. And now we're up on transition. Unfortunately, not able to hold on to it. Gabe Edwards couldn't quite get a handle on the ball. And Six Nations picks up the ball. Looking for the offense coming off the bench. There is no 10-second unless you're man down. Hits his man streaking off the bench. Nice job knocking down the ball. That was number 10 for Anadaga. So that's Bruce Benedict. Passes it up. Steps in. Oh, fakes a shot, steps over, and misses just wide. Saw what he was looking for on that far side. Not able to hit it. And that's Jamison Bucktooth. 88-0 Booth. I recognize some of these guys, and I just didn't want to call anybody by the wrong name. Huge shout out to Tuscarora getting us out there, getting all the things taken care of, and huge shout out to Onondaga getting us started going through. And Six Nation gets around one guy, not able to get around the other. A beautiful slide on Onondaga. And Onondaga picks it up, and they're coming up onto the offensive side. Wyatt with it, throws it over. John. Offense is all on the floor, and here they come. Nice move into the inside, hits his man on the back door. Oh, Pierce not able to finish, misses just wide. A great look offensively for Onondaga, and that was Will Hardy on the pass. Pierce not quite able to finish. Great look. And Six Nations up onto the offensive side of the floor. Gets around his man. Onondaga is definitely going to want that one back. That was, I believe it's Eli. Little tough reading the roster there. It's a little light, but looks like it's a lot longer than that. I don't want to mispronounce the last name. But a nice goal. Gets it by his man. And the ball's up for grabs still. Ball goes over to Nelson Jones. Nelson Jones with it. Passes the ball off down low and then sprints off the field. Gabe Edwards waits for the rest of the offense to come onto the floor. Hits Jamison Bucktooth, who steps in. Acts like he's going to shoot. Spins to the outside. Oh, a beautiful attempt. But Jamison Bucktooth picks it up, and are you serious, sir? Wow, Jamison Bucktooth, what a play. Tried to clip it early enough so we could see. He started it and then just picks up the loose ball. It was a beautiful pass ahead of time that he tried to connect. That was a great play. Jameson Bucktooth comes in, picks it up, and just sees just on the right side of the goalie's hip, our left, and Onondaga now has a 2-1 lead. Heck yeah, and we got Woody the Woodpecker coming down. Him and the boys are going to come watch some lacrosse. That's what I love to hear. Love when these streams bring people to the arena because we all know it's not as good as watching it live. We love doing this, and we are glad to be a part of it, but there's nothing like watching a box lacrosse game live. It's so much more entertaining. Arrow Booth with it on the far side, looking, acting like he's going to shoot, gets a nice seal, drives all the way through, hits his man on the back door. A nice catch. Hardy steps in, tries to hit the top corner, but a nice save by the Six Nations goalie. And that's Sandy in that. I know. Vinny Seidel, maybe? But either way, another gorgeous save. And here they come onto the offensive side. Six Nations. It's a one-on-one. He rips the shot, and what a save. He knocked the glove right off him. A huge save. And that is A.J. Deere. Arrow Booth with it. Little underhand toss, gets it to Brett Bucktooth Jr., who's looking for his man. Hits his man on the back door, shoots it across, just misses the net. Loose ball, still up for grabs. It's picked up by Jameson Bucktooth. Jameson Bucktooth rips it. Wow. An absolute laser. This Onondaga junior team is just playing amazing. Gets the loose ball, steps in. As soon as he notices the goalie step, it hits that corner. A beautiful play. Misses wide right. Jameson Bucktooth runs over, gets it off the sidewall. You know, it almost seems like Pierce with the misplay, but it works to their benefit. And Bucktooth rips it, and Onondaga grows their lead. Pierce takes that one off the face mask. Ball still up for grabs. Couple guys trying to reach through and get it. Looks like it's going to be held on by Six Nations, and what a play, and that's Nathan Hill. Still, how did he hold on to that ball? And a huge save. A.J. Deere. I'm going to remember that name, I got a feeling. Six Nations with it, beats his man. He's in all alone, and it doesn't matter. Deere says, I got that. Jones with it coming up. Rolls it to his man coming off the bench, and that's Will Hardy. Will Hardy throws it across. Oh, nice feed. Oh, man, that just rang off the inside pipe. You guys will get to take a look at it while I'm watching the play, and you can see what happened there. Six Nations makes it just over the transition line. Somebody tell me in the comments. I can't really watch it. I'm trying to watch the play here, but a beautiful job. And Six Nations steps in on offense. Gets around his man, but a beautiful job defensively by Onondaga. And I tell you, that is one thing this team always comes in shape, and they are playing great. That's Parker Booth Jr. Oh, not quite able to hit his man, flying off the bench. River Porter doesn't give up on the play, though. And that's Asher Martin for Six Nations. Nice bounce pass over across the field, and we've got Elias John. Six Nations has it up top. Throw it back up to the point as the guys start cutting through the middle. He gets a nice seal like he's going to shoot. Throws it up top instead. Time, room, bounce pass. Goes right off his back end. That was Bruce Benedict who ended up with the block shot. Definitely not intentional, but he got the job done. And Gabe Edwards, great transition player, coming up the floor, waiting for the offense. Instead, just acts like he's going to challenge, makes them commit, maybe keeps an offensive player out on the floor a little longer than they wanted. And here they go. Brett Bucktooth Jr. started with it. He's 66 up top, is streaking. Jameson Bucktooth came in, and now it's over to Arrow Booth. He rips the shot, and a nice save, a reset. Better rebound picked up by Onondaga. Time and space in front and off the crossbar. Wow, a beautiful rip by Brett Bucktooth Jr., but it rips off the crossbar. Oh, a nice move. A couple of them just kind of juking guys out. That's Raymond Hill. Another save by Deere. A.J. Deere making it look easy. Six Nations has it on the far side. Sprinting around up to the slot. Pass was not deflected, but bobbled. Oh, out front, time, space, room, and it doesn't matter. He misses just wide left. He's going to want that one back. Onondaga works it around, hits his man up top. Will Hardy stepping in into the middle, has his hands free, beats one guy, comes in, beats everybody, but a nice save by Six Nations. Kind of threw it right into the breadbasket, it looked like, of the stick. And here comes Hill. Hill looking as two Onondaga players crash into each other. As we are underway. Sorry about that, everybody. We did a very impromptu Yeti stream this morning with Nate Necker and Seamus, and they did a great job. And here comes Jamison Bucktooth, a nice save by the Six Nations goalie. He's made quite a few. You think I'd remember? I don't know if I think it's Sandy, maybe Sandal. I don't know. I don't want to keep butchering it though. I'll get into charity. Buddy makes another great save. Rebound picked up out front. Six Nations, and here they come. It's right on the top of the roster when you do get a chance. And here comes Six Nations. Hits his man coming off the bench. And that is one thing. You always look at this Onondaga bench, and there are so many guys for Onondaga always. They seem to never run out of players. Everybody in the community seems to be involved. Oh, what a goal, though. Official time, goalie's water after that one. But we will take a look at this goal. Hits him streaking through the middle, makes a couple of moves, and wow. Man, I got to watch that again. Oh, he just rips it. Good job knowing where the defense was and where you were going to run into pressure and finding it. A beautiful goal, and we are all tied up at 2, and we will be right back, folks. So we are back underway, and that was Bryson Green on the goal for Six Nations. A nice shot, and like I said, excellent job using his space and making sure that he got it off without stepping in too far. You see so many times these players and guys like to get way in. You kind of take your angle away, force yourself in with the defense. So 2-2 after the first goalie water break of the period. Possession goes to Anadaga. Bruce Benedict with it. Looking across, John Pierce already up in the corner. Garen John. They tried a little hidden bottle trick. He had it. Gets it up to Arrow Booth. Booth to Pierce. Pierce all the way over. Bucktooth has it. Goes it over. He steps it. Nice toe drag. What a fake and what a save. Beautiful rebound pickup by Pierce as well. But wow, what a nice save that was. Jameson Bucktooth rips it over. Acts like he's going to shoot. A very nice pass. Gets it down low. Pierce looking. Couple of fakes. Decides to turn and shoot it. Goes off the defender. Almost actually makes its way back to the goal. But they did a good job stopping it. Six Nations looking for the long outlet pass. Onondaga doesn't give you a ton of room. They leave guys out on the floor to make sure you don't have a free run up the floor. And that's why right there, a beautiful defensive play. Off the bench comes the help, and here we go. That's Bryant Moses. Back with the offense on the floor. Will Hardy. Hardy steps in. Wisely holds on to it, throws it up top to John. John goes all the way over. Arrow Booth. Up top to Hardy. Hardy steps in like he's going to shoot. Gets a beautiful screen from. It's a great screen from River Porter, 43. Six Nations up on offense. Eli with it. Throws it down into the corner. Cutting across the middle. They weren't able to get him the ball. Six Nations always moving, doing a pretty good job, keeping the movement going, causing problems like that, but a big knockdown. And that was Parker Booth Jr. He's a beast. And Nelson Jones. Jones, look at, uses the speed, acts like he's going to shoot just to draw everybody out, keep him tied up. Tries to keep 11 on the floor. That actually did a pretty good job. Gives the ball over to Brett Bucktooth Jr. and Bucktooth stepping in. Drops the shoulder down, acts like he's going to shoot. Gives it to his brother, and a big save, Six Nations. Hits his man on the back door. Steps in, rips it. 5-hole save. Six Nations off the bench. Anadaga, pressure again as always. Pierce hits him, then runs off, but it might not pay off here, and it doesn't matter. A big save, A.J. Deere. Up into the offensive side was Bryce Stout. Gives the ball off to Jameson Bucktooth. Bucktooth with it, all the way across. Have Smith with it, 22 on the backside. Hardy steps in, tries to rifle it over to Arrow Booth. Hardy ends up with the ball back up top. Takes a long shot as the shot clock's expiring. Nice play, though. Just got just enough of it to stop it. Didn't allow to give him the good roll. He's going to give him goalie water again. It is definitely warm in here. That is one thing with summer box. If any of you ever been in the box in the summer, you know it is no picnic. We will be back in a minute. All right, we are back underway. Six Nations starts with the ball up top. Ball's over to the far corner, hits his man on the back door, and wow, what a quick stick goal that was. And Eli buries it. Great job, Six Nations, moving the ball around, and great ball work, great passing, and there's not much you can expect Deere to do on that one. See, they're working on the far side. Just a miscommunication between the defense. They grab the wrong guy. Well, not the wrong guy, but they both grabbed the same guy. And by the time it was over, and I understand you can only pick one, you're down there by yourself. But now Six Nations has a 1-goal lead. Excellent play, Six Nations. Moving the ball, getting on the board. Nice face-off win. Gabe Edwards, and he's all alone, and he takes a shot and a big save. Look at that pressure. Too many men. So many good things happen when you just cause a little bit of pressure. You kind of get the miscommunication with the defense and the offense on who's getting on and off the floor. Makes things interesting. Garen John onto the floor. Oh, a little little pushing and shoving, and I'm sure he was just explaining to him that Firekeepers is definitely the best restaurant. When you're in town, you got to stop. You can feed the whole family for a reasonable price. You don't have to, take a mortgage out. I'm sure that's what was happening, and I don't blame him. So we're now going to see that Six Nations power play. It's Raymond Hill up top on the point for Six Nations. Paskets goes off the end boards, but Six Nations recovers it. Steps in, rips the shot, gets deflected and a save, and we're staying Six Nations ball. No save. Shot clock did not get reset. Oh, it did. All right, I was going to say. Went out of play. It should have either way. Nice save. A.J. Deere steps out just enough to get it. Nice knockdown and pressure. That is one thing yesterday. Onondaga's minors lacrosse was probably plus 5, I would say, easily with the shorthanded goals and how they handled it. So huge shout out to the entire organization for being so responsible. Nice quick stick, but this time Deere makes it over and says, I got that. All the way across, stepping in like he's going to shoot. He does. Deflection, and Bruce Benedict takes that one out of play. We get a fresh 30 seconds. Nice. Bryce Stout got just enough of the ball to kind of knock it out, and Anadaga is able to get the ball in the crease. Gives him a little time, hits a streaking man off the bench. Not able to, but the ball goes into the corner, and it's picked up. Nice knockdown, Six Nations, though, to stay on it. Too many men white. Change got a little off. It's going to happen. The Onondaga Redhawks last year able to go to the Founders Cup. There's only 2 times that a team has gone to the Founders Cup out of this division that has not been the Seneca War Chiefs, and both times was the Onondaga Redhawks. And now a brand new team into this league, the Six Nations Fire. Stepping in, rips a shot. Deere makes the save. Oh, gets the rebound though, and there's nothing Deere can do about that one. You only give up so many rebounds and second chances for your goalie. Nice little behind the back flip, and it's not in his stick very long. Deere makes the first save. That was just kind of a miscommunication on that. He tries to smack it out. And that's kind of happens sometimes. Six Nations now leading by 2. Onondaga not able to hold on to the ball. Six Nations gets possession. Not long enough for a shot clock to be reset. Errol Booth comes away with it, showing his athleticism. Puts the brakes on, spins back, and a beautiful play, Errol Booth, to secure possession. Now gives the ball to Brett Bucktooth Jr., who's on the near side. Up top. Hardy. Now up top to John. John steps in, rips a shot. I think misses just wide. Loose ball is picked up off the end boards by the Six Nations Fire. Illegal cross check, 25, 2 minutes. Huge shout out to the officials. We appreciate that they turn and give us the view afterwards so we can really see everything. And there's a look at that. Six Nations again on the power play. Six Nations scored on their last power play. Obviously, Onondaga doesn't want that to happen again. And this time they take care of the rebound in front of the net to stop something like that from happening again. Not able to hold on to it. He finally gets it in his stick is Bryce Stout. And Stout doing a great job just kind of killing time, sprinting around, not allowing anybody to hold on to him. Gets the ball off to a fresh player. Great job, Bryce Stout. Jameson Bucktooth with the ball coming off the bench. 5 seconds on the shot clock, and that's all he needs. Jameson Bucktooth. Nice little bounce pass over. That's something, a huge job, River Porter. Instead of taking a chance of getting that knockdown, he just kind of bounces it over. And right here under the defenseman, Jameson Bucktooth stepping off the bench with a full head of steam, turns, steps, and that little half a step kind of made the goalie bite onto it, I think. And now, trailing by 1, a shorthanded goal for Onondaga. Nice save, A.J. Deere. But like I was saying yesterday, Anadaga does great on the penalty kill. Oh, nice couple moves by Gabe Edwards to maintain possession. Gets it to River Porter. Porter back to Edwards all the way to the far side. John Pierce with it. Smith in setting some screens. Being a pass bother in the defense. Putting a lot of pressure on. And then runs off the floor. Oh, a big collision. Hopefully he's all right. Oh, yeah, he got up there shaking his head. You can see the ref look at him. He's like, is that good? So we get to the end of the first period with nonstop action. Surprise, surprise. Big hit at the end. We'll take a look at that. Then we're going to go to break. Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us. The Onondaga Junior Redhawks take the floor. We've got Kent Lyons back over, the master of ceremonies that he is. Excellent MC, and here comes the opposing Six Nations Fire onto the floor. They come out of Grand River, so it's a little confusing for those of us that are geographically challenged. But the Six Nations the Six Nations Fire junior team and the Grand River Warriors play out of the same place. I believe they're owned and ran by the same organization. I know I've got to meet Obes before. Absolutely awesome guy. They've got Marshall Powell coaching them. You've got Brett Bucktooth, Shannon Booth on the other side. I mean, the coaches that these young men get to play and learn from, absolutely amazing. Just legends of the sport that have come through here. We are about set to get underway with second period action. Anadaga will be a man down for about 40 seconds. We try to leave the penalties up there. Not sure if you guys can see them or not as you're looking at it. Hopefully you can. I can kind of read it, but I do understand it's got a little bit of a glare. Shot clock comes out about as clear as we can get it. We dedicated our scoreboard cam to the Eddy so they could get the stream, and super glad we were able to make that work. And going the other way, Gabe Edwards with the ball. Pass over to Arrow Booth. Arrow Booth with it. Hits his man at the top. Jamison Bucktooth spins around, tries a backhand. I believe hit Gabe Edwards with that one. But you can tell there, just years of having a stick in his hands. Just turns and look where he wants to put it, starts sending that. Not that he was intentionally looking to hit his man, but. Six Nations Fire on the attack. Shot and a big save, A.J. Deere again. Onondaga, Will Hardy throws it to John Pierce. John Pierce. Look at the speed, keeps it, and a beautiful save, Six Nations. And believe that's going to be a trip. Six Nations gets the goalie to the bench. They've got the extra attacker out on the floor. Would love to be able to obviously get a goal before the penalty's even assessed. Here, all the communication tries to thread the needle. He's not able to. A beautiful knockdown by Moses. Two minutes tripping. Number 4, John Pierce. As he bows to the camera people. Six Nations Fire. On the power play again. I think it's 1-1. They've got a power play goal, but I know Onondaga's got at least one shorthanded one. I don't remember if they got two or not, but either way, a very potent power play. Tries to hit his man cutting through the middle, not able to. That's a push in the back. Going to give the ball back to Six Nations with a fresh 30. Behind the back pass all the way across. A beautiful knockdown again. And here comes Anadaga up the floor. That was Smith on the knockdown. Great play, and that's Nelson Jones up the floor looking for his man. Tries to roll it over to him. Wasn't able to. Pass was knocked down. What a pass. Threads the needle, and he's got time. And A.J. Deere says, I don't care. I got that. Deere been playing great when needed. Zach Ryan with the ball. Ryan running up onto the offense. Oh, they hit Jamison Bucktooth, and there's another shorthanded goal. I tell you, this penalty kill for Onondaga up and down the organization is just relentless. You give them an inch, and they're going to take it. Hits his man. You see three guys down there. I'm not sure how the miscommunication happened where nobody picked him up, But you see all their backs are turned. The one guy that tries can't catch up with him. A beautiful goal, Jamison Bucktooth. And now it is all tied up at 4, Onondaga. Gabe Edwards wins the faceoff, drives his shoulder down, creates a little space, hits his man off the bench. Jamison Bucktooth throws it over to John. Garen John throws it down low to Errol Booth. Errol Booth looking for a guy out front. Garen John sets a beautiful screen, and so did Gabe Edwards to get Jamison Bucktooth the shot. You can tell he's not happy with the way that one went as the ball comes out. Lucky fan's going to have a souvenir there. You got 2 kids sprinting for the ball. Who's going to win? Oh, she beat him. And she did. Not sure if we caught that one on the camera or not. I'm standing down a little bit watching the live play. Gabe Edwards with it behind the net. Edwards hits his man out front. Garen John wisely doesn't force it, but passes it back to Edwards up top to Bucktooth. Jamison Bucktooth steps in, rips the shot. Nice save by Six Nations. Looks like the loose ball is going to be picked up by Edwards. What a spin move, Gabe Edwards. Up to Garen John, who rips the shot, but it's blocked. Doesn't make it to the net. Errol Booth with it. Booth, nice underhand pass. Jamison Bucktooth around with time, space, room. Gets the shot, and what a save, Six Nations. That is a heck of a play. John Pierce battling for the loose ball with Jamison Bucktooth. And they come up with the ball. Pierce with it to Bucktooth. Gabe Edwards down low. Errol Booth sprinting down. They hit Errol Booth up top. Smith all alone, not able to get it past him. Goy does a good job holding tight on that near side. Doesn't bite. Edwards sets the screen for Bucktooth, then pops back to the outside. Comes around. Pierce has it. Pierce up front. Misses just wide left. Bucktooth picks it up off the end boards. Over to Booth. Errol Booth shoots it, and Errol Booth buries it. Goalie water. We'll take a look at that replay, then we'll take a little break while they get some agua in them. But you see the shot right off the back and over. It's so hard for these goalies to come back and forth. And look at that shot placement, though. Where did that go? Hip height? Pierce misses just wide left. It bounces out. That's Jamison Bucktooth with it over to Errol Booth. Errol Booth just threads the needle in there. My goodness, Errol Booth. A beautiful goal to give you guys a 1-goal lead. We will be back in probably 30 seconds. Nice to see we got our main man Gaudette in the chat. Can't wait till we get a chance to go through some of Charlie's highlights, man. Those were impressive. We did screen record his goal this morning, we were told by Jarity, so always an awesome job done by her. If you get a chance to thank the Crafty Beach, she's really the one who does all the hard work. I get to just sit here and watch box lacrosse, which is absolutely amazing. I watched Gabe Edwards win that face-off back to Bruce Benedict, and Benedict up into the offensive side of the zone. Then he's going to go over to the bench for a change. Gabe Edwards with it, throws it up top. River Porter's up top. On the far side is Hardy, gets it over to Edwards. Edwards, nice move inside. Gets the shot, just misses over. Nice attempt, and it goes to Brett Bucktooth Jr. The pass is picked off, and it's a foot race. He's all alone. Oh, did not leave him much option with all that pressure. A.J. Deere able to make the save. Good job, Brett Bucktooth Jr., not just giving up on the play and not giving him the opportunity. Took a great angle, headed to that post. That's something you young players really should pay attention to. The angle as you're coming back. Garen John with it. Garen John throws it all the way over to Bucktooth. Bucktooth shot and a beautiful sliding save by Six Nations. Six Nations comes away with the loose ball. A nice grab. Reaches behind him, and he's able to hold on to it. That's Everett Stevens. Stevens hits his man coming off the bench. He gets in. Oh, right off the pipe. That would have been so nice. Bryson Green, he's got at least one. And now sprinting on his own. Can he get it? He does. He gets it, and he wisely does not try to force anything. And Bryant Moses surveys the field. Gets it over to Brett Bucktooth Jr. Starts the offense. Bucktooth has it again. Gets the bounce shot. Saved by Six Nations. Ball goes into the corner. Brett Bucktooth Jr. picks it up. Gets another shot and another save. Six Nations with the ball on the near side. Throws it over the top. Hits his man. Fakes the pass. He tries to throw it all the way across. Goes off the end boards, and it's picked up by Hayden Hemlock. Nice effort, but we get the ball back. Oh, not quite able to hold on to it with Zach Ryan, but he picks it up. He threads it in there, and oh my goodness, how? Jameson Bucktooth hits his man coming off the bench. They're not able to hit the net. John Pierce picks it up and wisely kind of slows things down a little bit, gets it under control. Down low into the corner. Smith with it. Smith up top to Bucktooth. Throws it down to John. Garen John back over to Bucktooth. Steps in, rips it. 5-hole save, Six Nations. Sandy all over it. Six Nations down onto the offensive side of the floor, trailing by 1. Surveys the field, time and space, as the defense for the Onondaga tries to sort out who they're playing. Gets in all alone, and the nice save, A.J. Deere. Six Nations picks it back up. Another 30 seconds. Six Nations cuts through the middle of the net, tries to set a screen, doesn't work out. Rebound goes to Gabe Edwards, and Gabe Edwards flying up the floor. Wisely sees he doesn't have the angle or the advantage, and Anadaga up onto the offensive side. Errol Booth with it. Errol Booth, a nice little play to avoid losing that. Check. Flips his hand off, now gets the ball, shoots, aims for the hip side again, and the goalie with a nice save and a rebound. Oh my goodness. Not sure what that ended in, a save, a miss, but Gabe Edwards, great play. Garen John with it. Steps in, looking for a guy. What a defensive play, but Garen John maintains possession. Gets it over to Jameson, goes off, gets deflected. We're going to get a fresh 30 for Onondaga. And a goal. I believe that was Garen John. It was Garen John. You see, he kind of knocks the ball down, doesn't lose it, gets the monkey off his back. He's happy. Misses that one, but doesn't give up on the play. Gets it, steps out. A very well-placed bounce shot off to the side. A 2-goal lead for the Onondaga Junior Redhawks. And possession goes to the Redhawks. Bruce Benedict hits his man coming off the bench. A couple more passes. Gabe Edwards, and what a save. Sandy with another one. Sandy's made a bunch of great saves. Both goalies had. The score could be much different. Part of what makes some of these offensive players so great is having to face good goaltending all the time. Six Nations getting pressure, but he hits his man, and this is what happens when you put too much pressure on. You leave your guys alone. It doesn't matter. A.J. Deere makes a save and then stands tall. Forces the guy to shoot it over the top of the net. Battling for the loose ball. Six Nations comes up with it. Bryson Green with it, throws it over. Great save, A.J. Deere. Ball's picked up by Errol Booth. Sees the pressure coming. Couple of spins. A nice pass up. Beautiful, kind of handcuffed himself, but gets it to Bryce Stout. I believe that was, or no, that wasn't. That was Moses. Brett Bucktooth Jr. on the far side. Takes it all the way behind the net. Hits his man. Smith not able to hold on to it and get the pass, but doesn't give up on it. Now it looks like John Pierce is going to get it. He does. Pierce gets it. Gets a screen from Smith. Throws it up top. Steps in, rips the shot. Hardy not able to grab it, but Bucktooth picks up the rebound and misses just wide left on the rebound. Pierce picks it up. Hits his man on the backside, tries the BTB, not able to connect, misses the net. Pierce, great effort there, John Pierce, in making sure they can keep the possession. Then his feet kind of slipped out from underneath him. Oh, hopefully he's okay. He looks like he's a little slow to get up. But we've got a breakaway going the other way. And what a save, A.J. Deere. Starting to get going in here. They've got a pretty decent turnout. Onondaga with it. Garen John winds up, shoots, kick save, and a Butte Sandy. Garen John gets his own rebound, though, gets a Taro Booth out front, and there's not much Sandy can do about that one. Garen John, great series of plays, beautiful pass, and a nice finish. We're going to take some water for the goalies. And look at the effort. Garen John picks it up off the sidewall, comes around, hits him on the run, threads it in there, and what a finish, Errol Booth. I believe is who that was. Let me get a better look at it here. And I'm looking at this tiny screen when I've got a big one sitting next to me with the play. I'm not very smart sometimes. Errol Booth with a beautiful finish. He's a smart guy. Look how fast he can move. We'll be back in a couple minutes, folks. All right, we are back underway. Goalies are hydrated, and, oh, nice over the head check, but it doesn't matter. Nelson Jones picks it up and tries to thread the needle to Bucktooth on his way through, not quite able to hit him. Errol Booth, though, keeps the ball up for grabs. Jameson Bucktooth picks it up, throws it over. Gabe Edwards not able to hold on to it, but nobody rushes Nelson Logan. I'm sorry. Got that all screwed up. Gabe Edwards rips the shot. Tries for the long outlet pass. Hits him. He's all by himself, and he picks the pipe. A beautiful finish. Rockowine Ha-Eli is how I believe I'm reading it. I probably butchered it, and I'm sorry about that. But either way, sir, a beautiful catch, and you could hear it just ting off that pipe. But you see the transition. Nice save right into the chest. Long outlet pass. Hits his man. Tings it off the pipe. And a beautiful goal. And they bring it to within 2 again. 5-7. Helmets off. Guys trying to get off the floor. Puts it right on. Gets running. Hits Jamison Bucktooth off the bench. He's not able to score. He did hit the back of the twine, but they pick it up. Nice little flip from Errol Booth to Jamison Bucktooth. Bucktooth with it. Hits Errol Booth out front. Booth kind of handcuffed, but I got a nice pass off. Hits his man out front. Booth with rips. And Jameson Bucktooth, a great effort on Anadaga to come up with that possession. That's Will Hardy on the far side along with Bucktooth. Pierce with it. Pierce steps in. A couple of fakes. Rips a shot. What a well-placed shot and a beautiful save. Sandy. Pierce down to Booth, to Bucktooth, to Hardy. Hardy spins, misses just wide left. Errol Booth. Not allowing him to get possession again. Here comes Anadaga, hits his man. He steps in, rips the shot, and a nice save against Andy. Hits his man off the bench. Again, and A.J. Deere says, I got that, boys. Errol Booth hits his man. We've got a 2-on-1 coming off the bench. Sets a screen, steps in. Jameson Bucktooth not able to get it. Nice save, and you can see the frustration on his face. Tries to throw it out. A beautiful pickup by Anadaga and Zach Ryan. Here comes Ryan. Ryan over to Logan. Or Jones. I'm sorry. I'm not sure how I screwed that up. Nelson Jones. He's played great so far, too. I really shouldn't screw that up. Bucktooth with it to Bucktooth. Bucktooth steps in, rips the shot. Call the screen. A little too much. We're going to pick it up, Six Nations. Ref blows the play to begin. Garen John playing tough on him, not giving him an inch. And a nice stick check, Garen John. Excellently timed, and look at he picks up the ball. Hits his man who tries for a behind the back. Brett Bucktooth Jr. over for Jameson Bucktooth. Picks it up in the corner, comes in one-handed. What a pass and what a save. Wow, that's just great lacrosse play all the way around. His chin strap's undone, so they gave him the possession. They said, buckle your chin strap, kid, get out of here. So maybe something somebody should pay attention to, and then you won't have so many helmets flying off. Hits his man. A.J. Deere stands tall, says, I got that. But Six Nations picks up the loose ball. Onondaga definitely not going to be happy with the way that turned out. And ball is down, still battling for it. It's picked up by Six Nations. Great job securing possession, throws it up top. Far side. Cycling over to the top, looking for somebody to move. Rips a shot. They got a little stuck together, I feel like. Oh, a nice pickup. And Nelson Jones missed the net. Made it up several times. Great player. Two-way player. Can stay up on offense when he needs to. Nice pass over to him. And the BTB. Oh, but an easy penalty called for the ref. And it doesn't matter. And that ref is calling a penalty on that young man still. Wow, what a series of plays. Take a look at this replay. Behind the back, saved. Pierce just picks it up. John Pierce, a beautiful finish. That's an easy call. Nelson Logan gets railed in the back. Or Nelson Jones, I'm sorry. Hopefully you're all right. Jones has been great. He's up and down the floor all over the place. If anybody was trying to pick up the hieroglyphics there, that was a major hit from behind, I believe, or a double minor, and they reduced it to a minor because the goal wipes out the first part of it. And Jameson Bucktooth up top. Smith back to Bucktooth, all the way over to Hardy. Jameson Bucktooth steps in, rips the corner. Beautiful rip, Jameson Bucktooth. And that didn't take very long for the power play. And Onondaga definitely feeling some momentum now. Working it nice and slow on the power play. Just steps up, acts like he's going to pass, and just paints that corner. Knows the goalie's going to step out just a whisker, it looks like. He's like, where am I going? As soon as he lets go of that post, though, puts it right back there. Beautiful goal, Jameson Bucktooth. 9-5. Six Nations gets it, though, and look at the speed off the faceoff. An excellent effort by Eli. Goes it up top. And it's back to even strength. And as I said about that Onondaga penalty kill, one of the most dangerous organizations, I feel like, when it comes to complete penalty kill performance. Look at the pressure there as he just knocks it down, battles his way for it. That's a push in the back, and now they get possession. So a beautiful job, Bruce Benedict. Not always the guy making, the highlight reel plays, but has made several great plays, had a couple block shots, and getting all over it. The defense has got to get some love, too. Brett Bucktooth Jr. with it behind the net. Looking up front, it's Pierce. Pierce hits his man coming off. Go back down there, and now he's, almost. Great ball movement, but a better job getting knocked down by Six Nations. And the rebound is picked up by River Porter. On the near side with it, Smith down low. Starts running behind the net. Oh, not able to hit Brett Bucktooth Jr. as he goes down. There is no over and back in Can-Am unless you are a man down. So shot clock is the biggest concern here for them now. They rip one as the shot clock's expiring, get a reset. Six Nations gets possession. For now, a lot of pressure. Onondaga doesn't give up easily. That was Bryson Green. Starts the transition play, and unfortunately, not able to hold on to that was Asher Martin. And instead, Redhawks pick it up. Errol Booth moves it up top. Wait for the rest of the offense to come out onto the floor. Hardy back up top to Bucktooth. Bucktooth getting the screen. Too much. Porter. We're going to go the opposite way. Errol Booth stays on it though. Not going to give him an inch. Oh, a beautiful jump, knocks it down. And that's Bryce Stout. Nice job, Stout, and a beautiful pass to start it off. Jamison Bucktooth, though, showing some real maturity and poise, not forcing that shot, gives him a better opportunity. Doesn't end, but what a pick! Just sticks it up and grabs it. Excuse me, sir, that's not fair. Ball's on the on the far side, stepping in. Working around, hits his man up front, shoves it back in. Garen John shut down by the Six Nations keeper. Ball's up for grabs. Breakaway, and they weren't able to get out of the bench at all, so even a rebound chance goes to them. And look at Deere. My goodness, A.J. Deere, sir, a great play. Takes a 2-on-0, gets the ball, throws it up, starts the transition. Oh, Errol Booth, if you could have finished that one, we would have had a gorgeous highlight. And instead, we've got Six Nations with the ball going the opposite direction. You can hear the offense trying to get things worked out. Deere telling the guys, hey, this guy over there covered it, shuts the transition right down. Long outlet pass up top. Everett Stevens with it. Stevens looking. Stevens hits his man cycling around the back. So I thought. Ball still up for grabs. The vacuum cleaner, Gabe Edwards, grabs the ball, and a beautiful transition play. We're going the opposite direction. And a goal. Beautiful goal. So I clipped the back one here first. We'll take a look at this. A beautiful play. Gabe Edwards knocking it down, throwing the outlet pass. And here he catches the outlet pass and doesn't give him a chance. And it's a 2-on-0, so it's really almost not even fair. And Zach Ryan on the board, and he is stoked. Absolutely love it. And 10-5. What a second period Anadaga has had. And another one. Wow. Well, we might have missed that one, I'm being told. We were kind of distracted by something. We might have caught it. Let's take a look and see what happened. And we make it down. Nope, not in time for it. Sorry, guys. All righty, here we go. Heading the other way. Porter with it. Throws it over to Bucktooth. Jamison Bucktooth up top. Garen John steps down, rips a shot. Nice save, Six Nations. Timeout, Six Nations. If anybody else can't hear us, let us know. We were told check the mics. Tusky, do we sound better now? Are we still broken up a little bit? Oh, I don't know what it might be. I had the game cam turned up a little bit when I wasn't talking for a second, so I was probably competing with it. Thank you very much, Tusky Lacrosse. We appreciate everything you do for us, including keeping us on point in the chats.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Onondaga Junior Redhawks.
And the Anadaga Redhawks out onto the floor, and Six Nations coming out now. Onondaga had a really good second period. They are now leading by 5 goals. It is 11-6. Very happy with the way that went. I would say Six Nations Fire about to come out, and here they go. Six Nations Fire team has been great. The last, I'm not sure what happened the last time these guys met or if this is the first time, but this Six Nations team is impressive. I've seen them play at like the logos at Haudenosaunee, and I'm starting to understand some of the teams. I was actually just talking to a couple people outside. I love when parents get to tell me that they're watching games, or grandma got to watch a game because we streamed it for them. That's definitely one of my favorite things. Huge fan of it, so thank you very much for that. But also getting a chance to go up to Six Nations for the first time and drive around. I understand some of the Haudenosaunee teams, like the Down Belowers and the rest of it, and that's the senior thing. I knew that one. I knew that the last time that the seniors met up here, it was 14-15, and I might have even been in overtime. I'm hoping, obviously we get something that exciting to watch. I'm sure neither team wants to have that many goals or even give up that many goals. Obviously they'd love to score that many, but try to keep the defense together and keep it under 10. But a huge shout out to the custodial staff here, because I tell you, it is hard to believe that this arena is 20 years old. The way it is maintained, the way these guys take care of everything here, it's all freshly painted. It always looks good. Everything's new. Some of the stuff I'm convinced is the original coat of paint, but they just do such a good job cleaning that they've never had to go back and fix anything. But nice job, Lynn. Thank you very much. The entire staff here at Anadaga, like if you're getting ready to build a program or you're trying to see how to operate things, get on down here and check it out. Talk to the staff down here. Get a hold of Kent, get a hold of Lisa, get a hold of Shirley, somebody, and ask them what's going on. The booths will help you out. But, I mean, this really is the ideal youth league program. The way everybody's set up, the whole town gets together. They're doing 50-50s. They got people. Every day's an event. And we're going the other way. Quick, Six Nations, and it doesn't matter. A.J. Deere shuts it down immediately. And Six Nations doing a great job coming out early in this third period, setting the tone that they want to start. Oh, great play. Nelson Jones gets it down, and we're going the opposite direction. It's a breakaway. He rips a shot, and a big save. Nice save by Sandy. And Six Nations on it, and somehow he is just fighting for it. The ball was knocked down. A beautiful job by Wyatt. I think it's Bosnard with that, but here comes Jones to Edwards, back over to Jones. Jones tries the BTB, hits him in the knee pad. Nelson Jones is convinced he's going to get one of those BTBs with the Woody, and I'm going to make a phenomenal highlight, and it's going to, get 1 million views probably, because it just doesn't get any better than that, I don't think. But anyways, maybe a little later in the game we'll try for that. Onondaga working it around. Gabe Edwards up top, gets it over to Hardy. Hardy stepping in, decides to throw it over to Booth. Arrow Booth with a spin, gets the shot on, just misses wide right as the shot clock starts to count down. Looks like we're going to turn the ball over to the Six Nations Fire. And look at the sportsmanship. I absolutely love it. Gabe Edwards and number 16 from the Fire, Eli, just coming together. Little crash, but everybody's like, hey, we're good, let's go. And back down. Look at the competitiveness, staying on it. Six Nations trying to get to the inside. Onondaga continues to put the pressure on, and when you've got A.J. Deere who can step out and do so many things like that, and what a pass through it, just out of the reach of the defenders, and gets it to his man. And Parker Booth Jr. was able to get it up to the offense and step off the floor. We've got Brett Bucktooth Jr. throws it all the way across to John. Garen John up top to Jamison Bucktooth, and now back to Brett Bucktooth. John steps in. Oh, nice drag, shot, and a beautiful rebound pickup by Six Nations. And Nathan Hill gathers that one up off of the rebound and gets it to Rory Thomas. Thomas with it. He's trying to get it to somebody else. He's looking for some help, and he finds his man, and then he runs off the floor. But Onondaga just relentless. John not giving him an inch, and that causes a very tough pass and a great play. And that was Hayden Hemlock on that, number 17. Great job, sir. And we're coming up with Zach Ryan. He's got 1 goal in transition, but wisely decides to wait, looks at the numbers, sees it's like 2 on 5, and says, I'll wait till we get everybody down here and give it up. So now the rest of the offense gets onto the floor. Shot clock is down to about 14 seconds when we finally get all the parts and pieces out there for Onondaga. River Porter sits on that back pipe. They're usually looking for the back door, and instead, Jonathan Pierce takes the shot. Rebound controlled by Sandy, and he gets the possession up to Onondaga, throws it to Hill, and Hill starts coming up. I believe Dawson Hill is 7. We've got a couple Hills on this team. Up top, onto the near side. Eye scanning, tries to find his man in front, not able to connect. He's definitely going to wish he had that one back. Elias John looking for his man in the middle, couldn't come up with it. And here we go the opposite direction. Here comes Parker Booth Jr., and he passes it off, and a beautiful save on Ryan by Sandy again. Parker Booth Jr., an absolute workhorse, a monster out there. You see him up and down the floor, playing defense, can be part of the transition, stays on it, and that's the kind of play I'm talking about right there from Parker Booth Jr. One of those players, they don't always get a ton of attention for all they do because they don't get the necessarily highlight goals. Him and Jones both as they run off, but that is such a huge part of this Onondaga offense. Getting the transition moving, when to get it up there. They've got guys going back and forth, and here comes Garen John. A nice toe drag, and what a save, Sandy, sorry. Beautiful save, Sandy. And Arrow Booth doing a good job hitting his man in the open field, but it doesn't matter. Ball's going all over the place. We got a delayed call, but he's all alone, and he says, I don't need the penalty for that. I can score on my own. We don't need the power play. What a goal, and that is Rory Thomas. Somehow maintains possession and scores. Rory Thomas, you see, just strips his way through and beats Deer. Somehow made it through that cluster of Redhawks. And about halfway through the shot clock, it was looking like they were having a pretty good defensive series until the end. You are very welcome, Gaudette. We really appreciate you. And you'll notice he's got the BSP membership. If you would like to help out BSP, you can join him. We got a membership going, and if we can get enough guys, we can start making it to some of these games, 2 games of the week, where maybe we can afford to drive out and everything. These games all take us a bit, and it does put some pressure on the GMs and the teams, and we really appreciate the effort. It's not lost on us. Gabe Edwards putting in the effort right there, throws it up, and Jones, underhand pass, tries to hit Jonathan Pierce, not able to. Pierce now battling for it in the corner, doesn't give up. Jones, who's been a vacuum cleaner for loose balls, he just comes up with everything, it seems like. Not able to come up with that one, though. But the helmet gets knocked off, and he can't play, and he is not happy. And he knew, too. He was like, I should have just tossed it. But instead, he just slams the stick off the boards and gets off the bench. Chin strap was on right. That probably wouldn't have happened either. And Pierce, so now they're going to slow it down. And now Anadaga getting a full fresh set of players out there. Gabe Edwards up top. Over to Hardy. Hardy stepping across, hands free, gets it to Pierce. Pierce, couple of moves back and forth. Bounce shot, save. Nice rebound. I thought that was a nice rebound pickup, but apparently it was not. Smith through the crease. We're going the other way. Anthony Longboat passes it up. Eli with it. No over and back unless you're down a man. I know it throws some people off when you see that yellow line. Oh, what a move. Somehow maintains possession. That's Bryson Green, gets it up top. Hill behind the back. And what a goal. Wow. Eli. Oh, my goodness. You talk ball movement. And now they are definitely back in this game with 14 and a half minutes to go, only trailing by 3 goals. This Six Nations team says definitely do not count us out. Oh, my goodness, just way too much time and way too much talent to have that kind of time. Little behind the back flip, gets it to Elias John, and Elias John, a beautiful play. with the finish. Trailing by 3 goals now are the Six Nation Fire. They have come out in this third period absolutely bombing, and now we've got an easy call for the official. He says, nope, that's not going to be a possession call. We'll take a look at the replay, and we'll see why it's not a possession call, because he says high stick. Well, I guess we're going to look at that goal first because that was nice. But right here, they're battling for it. Oh, the high stick right there. Easy call for the official. I mean, it was nice to think that he was maybe just not going to get the possession, but after you take a look at that replay and you see him hit the face, it's like, ooh, yeah, that was an easy call for the ref. Kind of slid up. And the Fire. But this Redhawks penalty kill has been pretty effective so far. Oh, he makes a save, and a good job, Parker Booth Jr. Oh, my goodness, I thought he had it. What in the heck happened there? We are looking at that one right now. I can't wait. We're not looking at anybody. Okay, so there it is. The ball starts trickling. Oh, and Parker Booth Jr. just throws it back into the net. Oh, he is definitely not going to be happy with this. Oh, it's the announcer's jinx. It's my problem. I'm sorry, Parker Booth Jr. I'm sure you would have never done that if I hadn't just been talking about how great you've been playing. But unfortunately, I jinxed you. We'll get it back. We'll be back in a minute, folks. We are back and about set to get underway. They got the goalie some water, make sure everything's good. Refs talked about that, and it is now 11-9. Because the ball was moving, the ref didn't actually blow the whistle like the goalie had stopped it, so that's what happened there, would be my understanding. And you see Gabe Edwards talking to him. Huge shout out to the officials. Nobody ever gives any credit to them. They do get it right way more often than not. When you look at these replays, a lot of fans, we had it happen yesterday. Fans were yelling, check the replay, check the replay, check the replay. Guess what? We did check the replay, and the ref was right every time as far as that went for the crease calls. I won't say that they were right all the time because then I'd get a lot of hate in the comment section, I'm sure. Booth with it, throws it across. Bucktooth, Jameson Bucktooth gets a screen from Brett Bucktooth Jr., and they say that's too much, and it doesn't matter because he misses wide left. A little less frustrating for him. Pretty nice throw. I got to say, I'm pretty impressed with the arm. I'm guessing he didn't play baseball if he's sitting on the bench of the, the juniors game, but it was still a decent throw. I'll give it to him. And look at the pressure. Onondaga, Arrow Booth, they don't give up an inch on you the whole time. He runs right from Arrow Booth into Jameson Bucktooth. And then the ball, through the crease. You could see Wyatt Bossonard tried to hold on to it, not able to. Six Nations keeps it behind the net. Six Nations setting it up, looking for somebody to throw it to. Everett Stevens goes up top. Now he has the ball back. This time throws it across. Throws a little juke. Great job with the defense by Ryan, staying on his hands so he couldn't shoot. And again, another solid defensive play. Wyatt Bossnard playing great. And Arrow Booth. Oh, he tries as the goalie's moving, but he just held on to it. Nice thought. Pretty close to the location. Gets him moving. Jonathan Pierce now battling for the ball, and he comes up with it. A great grab. Then he sprints off the floor and gets Hardy out. Working in the round. Up top, Hardy. Hits his man inside. Smith comes all the way around the back of the net. He's looking. He hits John up top. John, what a save, Sandy. Garen John, that was a beautiful play. And Sandy and Garen John not giving him an inch, but it doesn't matter. Great play, great hustle. And then Arrow Booth gets a piece of it, but they still get going. Oh, he tried staying right under the hand. Pay attention to that, kid. You see, if you can lift the bottom of the stick up, you can flip it over. No need for that big whack all the time. And Six Nations on the far side. Yellen, he takes a long shot as the shot clock expires, misses it. It's going to be picked up by Arrow Booth, and he just kind of bounces into him. Oh, nice bounce pass to Bucktooth. Jameson Bucktooth hits Brett Bucktooth Jr. coming off, and what a save, Sandy. And a nice pass over. Jameson Bucktooth somehow gets a hand on it, tries the one-hand pass. Brett Bucktooth Jr. tries to, give the smack as he's going out, but it doesn't matter. Eli has it, and he wisely kind of looks, and they have numbers if they use them coming in, and everybody kind of got themselves covered early on that one. But now we've got Eli up top, throws it down low, and not able to hold on to it was Raymond Hill. And the ball is going to be picked up by Bruce Benedict. Tries to hit Parker Booth Jr., not able to. Jameson Bucktooth throws it back to Hardy. Will Hardy with it. Hardy getting ready to step in, gets the screen from Bucktooth. He steps in, hands free, rips the shot. Nice save. Smith almost able to pick up the rebound in front. Not able to, though. A great pickup by Anthony Longboat. And he throws the ball up, gets it to Dawson Hill. Hill with it. Dawson Hill, a couple of fakes, spins around. Oh, Nelson Jones had to switch from the wooden stick. Hopefully everything's all right with it. Didn't break it, but a beautiful play, Jones. Oh, my goodness, Nelson Jones. And he just passes it up to his man, tries to get it to him. Unfortunately, not quite able to. And Bryce Stout does come away with it, but a great offensive set so far to maintain possessions from two defensive guys getting it done. John tries to throw it over. A nice catch. A beautiful handle, really, by Porter. And now Porter steps in, rips it, and you can see the space he was looking for. Didn't quite connect. Nice save, Sandy. Battling for it out front. It's going to be picked up by Porter, I thought, but no. Porter didn't, but he distracts the defense enough so Gabe Edwards can go over and get it. Gabe Edwards to Jones. Jones over to John. John rips, misses wide, but the rebound picked up by Arrow Booth, and are you kidding me? Arrow Booth, sir, wow, that was great. Oh my goodness, that was just so pretty. Arrow Booth, though, I mean, just Logan steps over, gives it to John. John rips the shot. The rebound comes off the end boards, and Booth just, wow. What a goal, sir. That would probably be the goal of the weekend for me. I love those rebounds where it comes off the back and nobody has time to react. It's so hard to do, and you see guys just getting after it. And the loose ball is down. They're going to call a push, and we're going to give the ball to the Six Nations Fire. Fire with it. Hill up top to John. John steps in. John has time. Hands free. Room. Got deflected off of somebody. Bounces all the way out. And you see, now they're sprinting. You've got Booth and Jones. Jones coming down. Nelson Jones. And he rips it. And that kind of stops the momentum and stops the run for the Six Nations Fire. What a goal. Arrow Booth had that one, and you figure that the Six Nations team might have been able to come back in and turn it back on. But this kind of 2 goals in a row for them. And Logan, what a beautiful. Nelson Jones, though, just kind of struts, steps, realizes he has that. What a goal, and a great defensive play by Parker Booth Jr. to get it up to him and a pass. Gabe Edwards now has it, fakes the pass, realizes it was about to be picked off, instead pulls it down, watching the guys coming off the bench. Off the bench is Hardy. Hardy with the ball now, looking down low. And a beautiful knockdown by Nathan Hill, but good job, Gabe Edwards, staying with the ball and making sure they maintain possession. Jameson Bucktooth steps over like he's going to shoot. Instead hits John Pierce over to Hardy, and what a save, Sandy. My goodness, Sandy, sir, that was very nice. Here come the Six Nations Fire. I tell you, these junior games are so much fun to watch. On Gabe Edwards, not able to get by him. Everett Stevens, though, flips it back. Nathan Hill with it. Hill. Oh, tries to throw the pass. Not able to connect with John, but John picks it up. He's forced outside by Anadaga. Great defensive play. Keeps him out, and that brings us to the end of the shot clock and a great defensive series for the Onondaga Redhawks. And here comes Ryan again. Ryan's got a breakaway. A very smart, mature decision from that young man. Up by 4 goals, knows the offensive talent that they've got, says, I'll give it out, we'll let the offense get on the floor, and now they turn it over. The offense did the same thing he probably could have done, but with the lead, a great play. And Errol Booth putting the pressure on as Six Nations trying to get up. That's okay, so that was Asher Martin with the ball and a timeout, Six Nations. We will be back in a minute with more action from Junior B in the Onondaga Nations Arena. Thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in. We really appreciate having you.
And of course, you, the fans, for supporting us here. I'm going to need my glasses.
50
All right,
time.
I'm ready to check for 196.50. 339 4141. Last 4 numbers 4141. That's for $197.50. Somebody's got some money.
Sorry, we were trying to listen to the camera, see if we won, if we were going to be able to, just take a vacation after this off of the 50-50. Unfortunately for us, it's not going to work, and we are still doing this. But we would still do this probably if we were millionaires. We just wouldn't have to charge anybody because this is an absolute blast. Thank you so much, everybody, for getting us out here to do it. Nice knockdown and a beautiful little chip up by Bryce Stout to get it to Jones. And Jones coming up onto the offensive side. He realizes nobody's paying attention, and he starts sprinting in and tries to pick that top corner. Not able to, but John Pearson, nice pickup on the far side. Garen John with it. Garen John to Jones. Jones to Hardy. Hardy gets a screen. Hardy stepping in, looking, throws it all the way up top. Jones back to Hardy. Hardy steps down, gets into the middle. A beautiful seal set by River Porter. And nice save by Sandy. Six Nations come the other way. We've got Anthony Longboat with it. Anthony Longboat throws it up, hits Everett Stevens. Stevens looking. Stevens throws it back and is able to hit Elias John over to the far side. Oh, a nice pickoff. Great pressure. I believe that was Ryan again. And now we've got a 2-0. A beautiful play. And Ryan again. And I tell you, this Onondaga defense in transition, he goes to set the screen. Guy commits to coming over, sets it, and what a play. Just time and space, and what a goal. Here again, a beautiful play by Logan Wilkinson getting up there. Takes a shot. And a 5-goal lead for the Redhawks, 14-9. Brett Bucktooth Jr. with it, 66 on the near side wall. Sprints down underneath. Spins around, puts the brakes on. Tries to rifle it across. It gets deflected. Jameson Bucktooth picks it up off the far boards. Bucktooth with it. Tries to thread the needle. Very close. Pinched between the stick and his thigh. See, a lot of times these guys will shoot it, and you're like, you just shot it right in his breadbasket. Well, if the goalie didn't squat down, it would have been a 5-hole shot. But a beautiful job, Jameson Bucktooth. And here we go again. Ryan Steps. Nice play and a beautiful rebound grab. And I'm sorry, that was Hayden Hemlock on that one. 17, Hayden Hemlock. He's been playing great. That one was an easy call for the official. In case anybody was a little curious, we'll take a look. You see he picks up the ball, and yeah, there's no way you can justify that for being anything other than a 2-minute push in the back. Huge shout out to the officials. I love they always turn around so we can make sure we get a view of it. They have been great, just like everybody else out here in Onondaga. So we're going to see the power play again. Raymond Hill starts with it up top. We've got Hill up top. You've got Eli on the side up here for a righty, and 25 down below is Elias John. On the far side, you got Bryson Green up top. And a goal on the near side, so it doesn't really matter who else is over there. Beautiful goal. Six Nations making sure Onondaga knows you are not going to get the rest of the night off, and they gave him 4 minutes for that one, so it's now going to be 2 minutes. It went from a double to a single. Yeah, great pace by both teams. You ain't kidding. The pace out here, I'm exhausted just watching it. A nice finish, though. See, he just kind of picks his spot. Eli steps, boom, threads it where there's hardly any room, and we're back underway. 4-goal game. And here comes Jones. Nelson Jones with it, battling, not able to get it. Possession going the opposite way. And Jones stays nice and close. Not going to give him a free shot up into the offensive zone. Eli with it. He's got a few, and now we get it over this side. Raymond Hill down low to John, back up to Hill. Hill over to Eli. Bunch of great passes and a better save, Trey Deere, or AJ Deere, sorry. But we get a fresh 30, and the Six Nations Fire have it again. They pass it over to the far side, steps to rip a shot, and a beautiful deflection. Bryce Stout knocking it out. Is that for us? This is what I'm talking about right here. I got my main man, Bradley, bringing us some lemonade. We appreciate him. Huge shout out to Woody Seneca. Strawberry juice. You guys are awesome. Six Nations, bounce shot over the net. Onondaga gets it. I tell you, it is always so awesome. We've got some strawberry juice. Absolutely love Bradley Seneca. Bruce Benedict with it. Benedict, nice job waiting until Pierce was open. Gets the pass off, and look at how they just kind of spread out. You got Hardy down low. Pierce over to Logan, or Jones. I don't know why I want to call him Logan. Nelson Jones, I'm really sorry. Phenomenal player. You deserve to be called by the right name. Oh, Elijah. Sorry, I've been pronouncing that wrong. So Elijah on the goal, or Elijah. And it's down low. 5 seconds left on the power play. Hill with it. What a pass and what a goal. Are you freaking kidding me? Wow. Oh my God, sir. That's Everett Stevens, I believe, on the goal. Oh my goodness. Ho, 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 ho. And that was Raymond Hill to Everett Stevens, and you have got to be kidding me. Whoop. Wow. What a goal. It is 11-4. We will be right back. Huge shout out to Woody Seneca. We really appreciate everything you do. got us some strawberry juice, so we were able to get something. We love it. We don't always get a break, and the people around here are awesome. And here comes, Pierce tries, but gathers up his rebound, gets a fresh shot clock, a long outlet pass to Jones. Jones now rolls it over to Errol Booth. Jones makes his way off the bench. Hardy coming on with Booth. Down below, we've got Gabe Edwards. Jonathan Pierce with the ball. Rolls it to Garen John. Garen John stepping down. Gets it over to the side. Errol Booth with it. Getting a screen from John. They try the little two-man give and go. He says, you know what you did. Slash. Yep. Easy call for the official. Great job by the officials here. Yeah, if you've never been to the Onondaga Nations Arena, everything here is always an event. They've always got people selling great food. You've got strawberry water. They've got fresh lemonade. You've got popcorn. You've got some other treats out there. The concession stand here, the Power Play Cafe, it's really not fair to call it a concession stand. The food is amazing. If you've never had poutine from the Onondaga Nations Arena, you don't know what you're missing. One of the best things in life, honestly. And Six Nations on the man up again. Didn't work out so well for Anadaga last time. They've got a couple shorthanded goals, but I would imagine we're back at ±0 and everything's even. Anadaga getting out of ways, but he decides to kind of go back a little bit. And a shot and a goal! Six Nations, and we got Elijah again. Young man is on fire. It's now a 2-goal difference with 2 minutes to play. Yeah, great pace. You are not kidding. This is an amazing pace. Everybody's just flying all over. These teams had a 1-goal game last time. I'm not surprised. And Brett Bucktooth Jr. with the ball. Down into the near corner. Spins it around. Nice move, Pierce. Beats his man. Better save, Sandy. Everybody getting a little excited. Definitely not the time you want to take a stupid penalty. Really put your team in a bad place. Yeah, and just like that, for running his mouth, he gets to have a seat in the box.
Six Nations last goal scored by number 16, the Haudenosaunee Elijah, assisted by number 9, Everett Stevens, and number 9, Bryson Green. That's Elijah, Stevens, and Green for Six Nations. 2-minute penalty to Redhawks.
2 minutes unsportsmanlike. Redhawks. Gabe Edwards sitting in the box. I'm not sure if that was meant for him or who that was meant for, but Gabe Edwards is the one serving it. And when you talk about if they, oh man, definitely not a guy you want sitting on the sidelines. A great defensive player, gets the ball up. I think he's even got one of these shorthanded goals for Onondaga. Steps over, Elijah with it. Tries to cross crease pass, not able to come down. And a beautiful job, Ryan knocking it down, and he somehow gets possession. Keeps his toes out of the crease, Jack Ryan. What a great play. Oh, he tries for the swim move over the top. Doesn't realize the ball's knocked down, but he gathers it up. And Wyatt Bosnard throws a long outlet pass. And he got run over by the goalie. No call on that one. Garen John. Jameson Bucktooth with the ball. 1 minute left. Shot clock's dwindling down. And a big save. Sandy keeps him in the game. A goal there would have made him very hard to come back, and here we go, Elijah with it, and Elijah steps in. He's got at least a hat trick, and add one more to that total, Elijah. Oh my goodness, making it a 1-goal game, and like I said, that would have been such a big deal if they had scored on that last one. Onondaga not happy with the performance there. And wow, is this a game? Right now we have a 1-goal game again, but Elijah has been on fire. This kid's stick is just great. And Rory Thomas setting the screen unselfishly, doesn't even go out. He just knows. He tells him, cut behind me. I'm going to get in your way. And he uses it and steps just to the inside, gets it by A.J. Deere, who has had a great game, but unfortunately it doesn't always work like that for them. So we are now even strength, but Gabe Edwards is still sitting in the box. And a loose ball pickup by Onondaga. Bruce Benedict hits John Pierce. And oh my goodness, Sandy with a big save. Wow, 40 seconds to go. And they are trailing by 1. Six Nations. The goalie's already out. They aren't past the transition line. But now they've got an extra guy down below too. John Pierce takes a swing, trying to hit it. Oh my goodness, what a game here. Six Nations stepping down onto the offensive side, tries to fire it, not able to connect. Look at that defense tying him up in the middle. I think that's Bruce Benedict. Great play, Bruce Benedict. You might have just saved your team the game. And a timeout, the Onondaga Redhawks. Let's take another look at that play that Bruce Benedict just had. Knocking that down in front of the net. Right here, you're going to see in front, they don't connect. That would have been a goal. Oh, and actually, it wasn't even as much him as it was Jamison Bucktooth, too. A great team defensive job. 22 seconds left. So less than a shot clock. Onondaga is going to start with it. You would imagine Six Nations is going to pull their goalie and kind of double up on the ball. So if you're Onondaga, I mean, who do you give the ball to? You've got so many guys that handle it great, but then you really think about it and you look at like Nelson Jones and the way he's been able to run. I don't know. I'm thinking I'm going to let him start with it, but I would understand why you give the ball to Jameson Bucktooth, Arrow Booth, John. I mean, there's so many guys you can give the ball to here. It's not really a big deal. That's a nice thing. It's got to be hard for Onondaga to make that choice, but I just watched Jones step off onto the bench, so we're going to start with Arrow Booth. With the ball? No. Will Hardy. I believe, right? Yeah, 25. Will Hardy starting with the ball. And the goalie is out. They're doubling up on the ball. Will Hardy making some moves. Oh, little turf monster. Tries for the over-the-head check. Doesn't work. Will Hardy. No 10-second rule, so you remember they don't have to go. Tries to throw it down. Leaves too much time on the clock left. Six Nations has a chance here. Rips a shot. Oh, my goodness, what a save. A.J. Deere. I don't know if that was Deere or if that was Hardy on the save. I believe that was Deere. I'm going to take a look now. That was the play before. A beautiful save. And that brings us to the end of the game. But, I mean, look at this series of events. What a save, A.J. Deere. And now we got the seniors nonstop. More action coming your way. I'm sure it's going to be action-packed. We're going to leave it here. We're going to make this a little bit bigger. You guys are going to listen to some music. I got to give my voice a rest a little bit, start putting some stuff together for the seniors. A huge thank you to the Six Nations Fire for traveling down here and playing so we could film this awesome game. Unfortunately for them, they looked like they started a little bit too late in the game and needed to get moving in that second period. A huge period for the Redhawks. Great job. As we continue our coverage of this, we will be back in a bit.
These guys, two very good players and good teams. A credit to their culture and their nation here. Six Nations Fire, the Onondaga Redhawks. Nice job. And to Clint Dumo, John Simmons. Thank you very much for the meetings tonight. And hopefully we will see you again.
Thanks so much, everybody. That's going to be all for us. We will see you at the next one. Hopefully the men's game in about 2 hours? An hour. Oh, my goodness. I'm not going to know what to do. Starting at 5 o'clock, we will have the live game. If you're watching from Six Nations, let us know. We love hearing that. Thanks, everybody. We got to go.